when the 30th anniversary came out on um, Pokemon, this was being released. So I was like, I want to kind of interrupt that. So are you emulating right now? No, I am playing on the Switch right now. I paid the $20. I I broke. I broke because I wanted the game, and I wasn't gonna. I didn't want to do an emulation at the same time. I want to at least give the creators their dues, but at the same time, it's a conflicting situation for me because I want to give them the money because I think the developers deserve the money, and at the same time, I also don't want to get a ROM for it. So okay, so yeah, we can definitely play some games sometime, but you don't want to. No smoke. I don't want to have to send you the Shadow Realm. you, you pulling out the Yu-Gi-Oh now? Oh man, Yugi boy, or open up some fifth grade ninja. Oh man, hitting me with a Naruto now. Oh man. Oh man. Well, I'll have you know that I am a true ninja, like a legit one. Okay, I got the forehead protector to prove it, and you know what? I got other ninja stuff within my room to prove it. I'm a true ninja. You ain't sending me to no ninja to some Shadow Realm, or we ain't starting the Great Ninja War over here. But I will say, you are welcome to attempt to try. You don't want no smoke. I promise you, we can even go Dragon Ball Z, but I don't want you to have your own floor like Yamcha. Okay, okay. All the anime. You're definitely catching me off guard with all the anime references, and I'm catching them all. This is great. I'm not. Okay, well, I like to get disrespectful too. You'll make a lovely fireworks and Frieza's voice. Krillin now. Oh man, you're gonna do me like Krillin? Here's the problem though. I'm gonna end up more or less like this is still disabled. Alright. I'm gonna end up more or less like the hero after the fireworks, okay? I'm gonna make a transformation into a different form and take you on. You're gonna end up like Krillin, honestly, after I'm done. I'm like the lady from Bleach. Don't make me release my Bankai blood. It's spilled. You're talking about the fourth captain now. Oh man. Oh man. There isn't a reference you're gonna really be able to get over my eyes on this, honestly. I definitely appreciate all of the anime references because you don't see them very often on these sites, honestly. About time. Just waiting to use that shock attack. Yeah, no. I'm totally down to take somebody on in these games. I am not afraid to take on a challenge. If you know this one, I'll be shocked. I'm gonna defeat you with just a fake smile upon my lips, not even using 10% of my power. Ooh, this one actually is a faint smile. Faint smile on my lips. That one is a deep cut. I don't know. What is that one? And I actually might know it. It's just I'm not recalling it off the top of my head. But that is Claymore. Oh my goodness. I haven't watched Claymore in over a decade. That one was that is a real deep cut. He was about to win some money too. Oh man. Damn. I was so close. So close. No, Claymore is definitely a deep cut. And see, I know the show because that's the show where they're like there's a girl who's mixed with like demon blood or something like that, and she transforms halfway into like a demon using her claymore and taking on others like herself. I enjoyed that show. I haven't watched it in a long time, so I can't even honestly tell you the full-on like backstory. It was phenomenal. They say you need to break it back, just like Yu Yu Hakusho, peak anime. Yu Yu Hakusho is probably one of my favorite animes. You can't see it right now, but to my right over there, I have Yu Yu Hakusho, the full set. And then Naruto's right next to it, the full set. I'm a huge anime head, and I was buying those things like crazy way back in the day. You don't know anything about Sekirei? How? Of course I do know about Sekirei. I do know Sekirei. So my name on here is created from my favorite anime to from my favorite two anime characters of all time on Twitch. Claymore Teresa of the Faint Smile. Oh. Teresa of the Faint Smile. Isn't she wasn't the main character, but she was like the secondary character, right? In Claymore. And and She Devil from Fairy Tail. Ah, Fairy Tail. Okay. Okay. See, now Fairy Tail is a show that I didn't fully get into. I don't know what about it was that I couldn't lock in on that one. So I did not fully watch all of that, but I did get like 4 seasons into it. I think it was what was it? It was the part where we find out where all the cats came from, and then they came back to the main world. That's about as far as I made in that show. That's how I feel about Bleach, but everybody makes it so hyped I couldn't get into it. I almost made the little episode 300, but Fairy Tail is just hilarious to me. Fairy Tail definitely has its moments. Oh, it has the perfect mixture of comedy, action, romance. I cried on Fairy Tail 2 times. You see, if a show can get you emotional in that manner, it's definitely worth a watch. For me, Naruto did that because the deep storyline. The only thing I hated about Naruto was the amount of filler that it had, but you get attached to characters and then they kill them off, and to me that was some of like the best writing that I've seen in an anime. But Fairy Tail, I've heard a lot of good things about it. I just couldn't get into it. I don't know what it was about it. But yeah, Yu Yu Hakusho is probably of the old school anime. Yu Yu Hakusho is one of my favorite, and Cowboy Bebop. Cowboy Bebop is the first anime that I sat down and watched. When I was in high school, my friend Tim got me involved in anime because I was watching Dragon Ball Z on Toonami. What'd you say? I get it. I get it. It also has to deal with the period of life that you and the things that you're going through at that time. Yep, that part right there. Going through the things that you're going through at that time. In that moment, sometimes you got to look at it from a different lens of perspective from where you are now, and it makes a whole different impact. Absolutely. That is 1000% correct. Something about Naruto definitely clicked with me at that moment. Ooh, didn't expect that to happen. But it definitely clicked with me at that time. But yeah, Cowboy Bebop was like the first anime that really got me into like the big anime. I was watching Dragon Ball Z, and my friend was like, which is funny because that's one of the big 3. I was watching Dragon Ball Z, and my friend Tim goes, dude, that ain't nothing, alright? Because I was watching on Toonami, and you know how when anime come from Japan to America, at least at that time, when those shows were airing on TV, they became censored, like heavily censored. So Naruto is one of those shows. Same thing with Dragon Ball Z. So Dragon Ball Z came out with like 4 or 5 different renditions of the exact same thing. And for me, when he introduced me to Cowboy Bebop, because this was back when back when tapes were out. So he handed it to me on tape, and I'm like, what is this? He's like, you're gonna love this. And he brought it to me in like a backpack. So it was like he was trying to do a drug deal or something. He was like, yo man, I got this show for you. You should check it out. It's called Cowboy Bebop, man. Take that home and watch it. Oh man, that got me hooked on anime. When I saw Cowboy Bebop, I was like, this is the one. This is it right here. Not the drug dealer. At least he wasn't like Morocco. Can you bear my children? Yes. Inuyasha. Yup. Oh man, it was hilarious too. Because after he handed it to me, I marathoned the entire show. I had it done within like 2 to 3 days, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna watch all of Toonami. I'm gonna watch the late night stuff on Adult Swim. It's just going down like that because you have to have the complex stories in anime. You do need to have the critical thinking to understand a lot of it. And to me at that time, it's just something that I never encountered in a show. So yeah, that's what got me into anime. I might actually be in a little bit of trouble right now if I don't. Actually, you know what we'll do? We'll heal. Nice backstory. What you know about Flame of Recca? Well, Flame of Recca, is that one I have? I actually think I own that on DVD. That is the love story of a girl who's transported to another world, like a feudal Arab country, correct? I believe that's the one where the main character, brown-haired girl, is transported to an Arab country where she meets this guy. It almost gives me like Escaflowne kind of a vibe, but not quite in the sense where it's like giant robots. This is more like boy meets girl and an isekai, right? Isn't that kind of? No, I wouldn't say that. Kind of like Yu Yu Hakusho? Really? Interesting. I have to see it. I have seen Flame of Recca. Actually, wait. No, I don't have Flame of Recca. I was thinking of a different show. Flame of Recca, I do remember. I have not seen all of it, but it is one of those ones that I sat down to watch. That's why I don't want you to me. Good call. Good call. Yeah. It was one of the ones that I intended on sitting down to watch, but then it got lost in the backlog of all the shows that I started to sit down and go through because new shows were coming out, and I was like, oh, I want to check out all of these things, and I never got back to it. Yep, lost in the sauce. Exactly. So yeah, I got to get back into Flame of Recca because if I recall correctly, that one was also an old school show, but it was like ninjas, right? I think that one was ninjas. I'm gonna tell you the best website to watch anime for free. Oh, that's what I gotta see. Watch cartoons. Okay, I'm gonna write that down too. Because I've been paying for Crunchyroll, and that has become. I feel like they're starting to go a little OD on some of the stuff that they're doing. So regard to